Today we're looking at the top 10 most useless degrees. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hello Aluxers, and welcome back to our channel for another video that may hurt a few feelings, but hey, we speak the truth. There are mixed reviews when it comes to college and university studies. There are arguments for technical and vocational schools, even for the return of home economics in high school. In reality, though, education is a gamble these days. You could easily go into debt obtaining a degree, only to find no use for it after graduation. However, there are some strategies when it comes to deciding your field of study. We'll fill you in along the way. We should also note that we're specifically talking about bachelor's degrees in this list. They're regarded as the bedrock of higher education and make up the majority of post-secondary degrees awarded. And now, with the intro out of the way, let's take a cold shower together, shall we, and have a look at the top 10 most useless degrees in the world. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Number 10. Culinary Arts. Recently in the culinary arts, tuition costs have been increasing disproportionately to earnings, making this degree a steep hill to climb. Additionally, restaurants are hiring chefs with on-the-job experience only. Graduates are only earning 2 to 11% more than chefs with practical experience, meaning that this degree offers little return on investment. The payoff is just no longer there. In some markets, there are even waiters and waitresses working their way up the restaurant system into menu making and planning. The commodity is on-the-job experience and raw talent. Number 9. Fashion Design. One of the complications with a fashion design degree is the market is flooded and competition is tough. Some factors which go into a fashion degree are considered unteachable, such as creativity and an eye for design. Because of this, many designers gain notoriety using networking skills and having a robust portfolio. The emphasis is on having a discerning eye for design. Design houses are able to employ those who they see have a knack for design, whereas the skills taught in design school simply do not make up for the flair some senior designers seek. Many skills come down to sheer talent, which can be honed but never taught. Number 8. Art History. Art history studies these days are considered more or less redundant. There's a reduced demand in the field, and often an investment in formal schooling does not pay off. The total tuition sits at around $50,000, and the entry into fields of work using an art history degree is pretty narrow. The opportunities are limited to academic and curatorial roles, with little room for climbing the ranks in the industry. Even the gifted artist Salvador Dali was a dropout. He temporarily suspended attending classes and throughout his social network received a better job in a gallery as an artist. The truth about the art world is that it relies more heavily on creativity and networking and less on a formal education. Number 7. Music. Here we have another degree requiring creativity, which is almost unteachable. For the classical musician who relies heavily on understanding theory and playing already written symphonies and sonatas, a music degree may be a wise investment. Otherwise, if a musician is trying to make it big as a singer-songwriter, a jazz player, or in a rock and roll band, a music degree is not a prerequisite. So much about music can be learned through social circles, self-taught practice, and general acquisition of knowledge. The intangible element is talent. Something which is very difficult to teach. So if you're just starting your garage band, best not to start snooping around Juilliard just yet. They're busy with their cellists and you're busy getting your chords down. A degree cannot replace talent. Just research your favorite music artists, and you'll soon see how few of them actually studied music formally. Number 6. Psychology. The problem with a psychology degree is not that it's specialized, but rather the market is saturated. Most applications of the degree require additional education. While it's true that psychology and the treatment of mental illness has become a growing field of study, so many have flocked to it, there are simply not enough employment opportunities for the number of graduates. Additionally, some states have cut back on their expenditures for state mental health programs, further cutting down employment opportunities. However, if a student is willing to pursue a PhD, the chances of employment open up. But with just a bachelor's degree in psychology, you may find yourself flipping burgers. To achieve success in the field, you must be prepared to devote several years to studying and specializing. And Luxers, while you're considering your educational choices, do you want to know the degrees which require the most financial investment? Check out our video, The Top 10 Most Expensive Degrees in the World, by clicking in the top right corner. Number 5. Communications. While there are plenty of forms of communication around these days, a degree in communications may not guarantee you much. First off, the degree is seen as too vague to be of real value. A degree in communications may cover a range of subjects and not really prepare a student well for one in particular. Additionally, traditional forms of communication such as journalism are slowly dying out, and the current academic preparation is not tailored to modern forms of communication. Number 4. Liberal arts. Bad news. According to some sources, only 2% of employers are looking for potential employees with liberal arts degrees. This is a pretty big deterrent to obtaining such a degree. Historically, liberal arts are seen as good preparation for critical thinking and writing skills. Today, employees are seeking these skills from other degrees. The emphasis in modern markets is on technical fields, and logic can be taught through technical classes as well as liberal arts. It seems the usefulness of a liberal arts degree has died out through no fault of its own. So, if you're considering having a 4-year vacation at college, the liberal arts may be for you. But if you're serious about preparing for a competitive workplace, then there are other degrees that may better prepare you. Just always consider the return on investment before proceeding with a liberal arts degree. Number 3. Studio arts or fine art. This is the ambiguous territory of creativity again. Common sense dictates that creativity simply is something that cannot be taught, it must be discovered. You're going to spend $50,000 and 4 years basically doing projects you could do on your own for a smaller budget. Afterwards, you emerge with a BA with no particular guarantee of employment or purchases of your art. The art world is highly subjective, and the market functions on trends and tastes. A student can prepare themselves with a degree, but with no networking, will have no idea of what the current market is seeking. The stereotype of the struggling artist exists for a reason. Many will fail to make their big breakthrough, and those that do tend to rely on their innate talent rather than formal schooling. Number 2. Performing arts. This is a highly competitive field, and many simply do not make it. There are only so many roles in plays and movies to accommodate the ambition of those who would like to enjoy fame. It's a crapshoot, and many actors and actresses wind up waiting tables or working in bookstores. Why invest such a sum of money in a field that guarantees such little opportunity? Additionally, the entertainment industry is viewed as a luxury, not an investment, so it's one of the first budget items to be cut during tough times. Drama is very different from other works of art which are tangible and may appreciate in value. Number 1. Anthropology and archaeology. This field is simply oversaturated with candidates. Anthropology and archaeology appeals to many students, perhaps too many. They are interested in studies which have been made famous by the likes of Indiana Jones, but they are simply not in demand. Given the amount of work that's already been done in these fields, there's not going to be much that's new, so there's little room to make a splash in the field. And there you have it, Luxers, the top 10 most useless degrees in the world today. But before we wrap it up, we have a question for you. Which out of these degrees would you avoid most and why? Let us know in the comments. And of course, as a thank you for watching with us all the way to the end and being a true A-Luxer, here's your bonus. A Bachelor of Science education degree combines a science degree with an education degree. A BSc-ED degree combines a science degree with an education degree. The degree is obtained after 4 to 5 years of study. The scientific studies must include subjects like physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology. Upon completion of their studies, the graduate is able to enter the education sector as a teacher. Thank you for spending some time with us, A-Luxer. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss a video. If you want more, we handpicked these videos you might enjoy, or head over to alux.com for the best in fine living content on the planet. Be a part of the largest community of luxury enthusiasts in the world and tell your story.